guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing part 4 part 3 maybe part 3 of different side hustles that you guys can do for extra money. People learn to find a way to make money because they think outside of the box. So many people are thinking within what they see on the news, like they see an Amazon driver or they see a Uber Eats person, and they rarely ever think outside the box. I really think if you guys flew your own or drove on your own road, you guys know what I mean, that if you really put your mind to it, you guys can make money off of skills that you guys already do or things you already own. So I'm here to show you guys, think outside the box on how you can make money. So the first one that I want to talk about is a brush clearer. I think it's called a brush clearer. So you guys know, if you've been on my channel, I am searching for land for my tiny house, and a lot of the land lots are not clear. They're not like this clear field that I could just put my tiny home on, especially because I want it to be out in the forest and I want people to experience, you know, the calmness and serene of a forest. But the problem is that the forest has a lot of trees in the way that I can't fit my tiny house into, and it would be up to me to clear it or to get someone to clear it for me. And you don't need some big company to do it for you. You can actually go to Home Depot, rent the tools. I don't suggest you do it by yourself if you don't know how to use these tools, but a lot of people have hands-on experience with construction or cutting things. You go out and you rent or buy these chainsaws, these you know, weed whackers, and you go out and you clear the grass, you clear the twigs, you clear the skinny trees, and you pull them away. Especially if you have a truck, you haul them away and you're the person that gets paid for that. And all you have to do is go rent some stuff at Home Depot. Maybe you need a little bit of insurance for yourself if you're going to do it by yourself, but you could be making $10,000 a month doing this, because these people don't work for cheap. It would probably cost me about $3,000, maybe up to $3,000 for someone to just come cut just a little bit of room for my tiny house to fit within this forest. And $3,000 for a few hours of work, that's some people's monthly salary. So think outside the box. If you can work with your hands, you can work with tools, you can create a side hustle for yourself that can be expanded into a big business. This type of business can be leveraged. You can leverage this to get employees, to do different states, to contract people out, or just to do it yourself if you want to just, you know, worry about your own self. But being a brush clearer, if you're okay with doing the dirty work, sweating, and being outside, that's something that you should look into. That's something that I would actually be interested in doing if I knew how to handle tools, or if I had someone who could show me how to do the tools. Another one that a lot of people can actually do is rent their car on Turo. So again, this brings me back to my tiny house. You learn a lot of things when you start trying to create your own business and you need a lot of outside help. On Turo, you can rent your car out to other people to make money. You can rent a car out for $85 a day, $100 a day, and depending on how big, sturdy, or cool it is, upwards to $200 and more a day. And a lot of people do this, and I actually went up there to go look at trucks to see if someone would rent me their truck for me to pull my tiny house into the area that I needed it to, and it got me thinking, you can make some money off of this. I actually taught a student for my notary one-on-one class, and she has 3 cars that she actually rents out on Turo and makes about $5,000 a month doing that. So obviously she only started with 1 car. She works from home. She wasn't using it, so she just rented it out. She saw how well that she could do with it, and she bought another one, and then she bought another one. And it's super easy to secure car loans. Like, I feel like banks throw out car loans like it's nothing. Yes, it's a depreciating asset, but if you're making your money back on it super quick because so many people are renting it out, then you may have yourself something there. This also falls under like buying a truck and renting or contracting it out. Everything has its risk, and it just depends on, everything is hard in life. It's hard being poor, and it's hard trying to establish yourself and be rich. Which hard are you going to choose? Which risk are you going to choose? And I, for one, I'm okay with risking a little bit of money that I made to see in the future of what it could make, because you can always get a job to get more money. And I know it's super hard. People are gonna say, oh, it's so much harder to get a job. I'm willing to work at a clothing store for 8 hours a day to leverage money so that I can start my own business. How hard are you willing to work to get what you need to save up for the business that you want to open? So if I needed to get a 9-to-5 to get a car loan, to rent on Toro, or to buy a box truck to rent out to contractors, then that's what I'm gonna do. You really gotta get yourself out there and work hard, put the sweat into it, take the risk so that you can get maximum rewards. If you've researched your area of what you wanna do in and you're confident that it makes money, what's stopping you other than fear? Here's one of my favorites that I have personally seen with my own eyes. You guys know that I go to pop-up shops for my planners. So I actually have come out with 2 new planners. So this is the first new planner. Very cute. It's a daily, well, this one isn't a planner, it's a daily journal for your goals, what you're currently doing, and then also a journal question for every single day. You guys know I have a bigger one with 200 pages, perfect bound, and then my planners. So you guys know I go to pop-up shops almost every weekend, and during summer there are a lot of chefs at the pop-up shops. These people cook food at home and they keep them on burners on the table, and these people sell out on their food and drinks all the time. These chefs at these pop-up shops be the best-selling products at these pop-up shops with me. So if you can cook, know someone who can cook, or maybe you can find food for cheap and resell it at the pop-up shops as a food vendor, then I would definitely tell you to bring food to a pop-up shop. Start a business, cook, get a reseller permit and a health permit. And well, you wouldn't be a reseller. Get a health permit or a food permit. Does not cost that much money to get a permit, I promise you. So that way you guys can sell at pop-up shops. And I bought like 4 lemonades from this one person for $8 a pop. He sold out. He only had like 6 left on his table by the end of the pop-up shop, and it was only a 4-hour pop-up shop. This other lady, she was selling banana pudding. She left early because she was sold out, so no reason to stay for the whole 4 hours if you don't have any more food to sell. So hot days, hours out in the sun, people are selling their goods and people are coming to you to get those snacks. Trust me, if you can cook, you can bake, get your butt out for those pop-up shops. You go on Eventbrite, you go on Facebook, you go on Google, and you find those shops near you. They're all over around during summer. They cost $25 to set up at the table, as much as like $85 depending on how big the the pop-up shop is going to be. Or is it going to be in a popular place? It might be a little bit more expensive, but you will make your money back like that. I'm telling you, being a chef is where it's at these pop-up shops. Now here's one that's a little bit higher up on the chain of what you can do to make money on the side. And if you already own a house, maybe you're in the country, maybe you have some acres, you can offer to house someone's RV on your land. So you can do this on Hip Camp, Glamping Hub. There are so many places that you can go to advertise your land so that people can come and place their RVs or place their big toys on your land, and they're just gonna pay like a, I don't know, what do they call it, storage fee for you. I think that's actually really cool. So if you have some land, maybe you could charge like $50 a month, $100 a month for someone to just sit their RV or their big fun little ATV toys on your land, maybe out of sight. Maybe you have a barn or something. And that's why I say this is for people who are a little bit more, because obviously you have money if you've got land. So that's like a quick idea that you guys can do. Another one that might be a little bit more specific to the area you stay in, and trust me, I do believe most of you guys stay in pretty cool areas, is an Airbnb cleaning company. This one is a money makeover. I remember when I was younger and I actually started a cleaning business so that I could go to Dominican Republic. I funded my whole trip for Dominican Republic being a cleaning lady. If you guys have a really big Airbnb town, city, or state, become a cleaning business for them. Go on Airbnb and search up houses near you and message those message those hosts and tell them I'm an Airbnb cleaner. Do you have any cleaners on hold? You can also download the app Turnover B&B as a cleaner, and when anybody puts up a bid for a new home, you snatch it and you become their Airbnb cleaner. Very good relationships with people is how you're going to be able to keep that person, keep hiring you. And I would say, depending on the place, you're gonna make more money depending on how big the place is. So what I would do if I was you, before you set your costs on how much you're going to need to charge people, is go back on Airbnb, look up houses near you, see how much they're charging for cleaning fees, and then base your price off of that. You want to see how much they are charging for a 1-bedroom. You want to see how much they're charging for a 2 or 3 or 4-bedroom, and then you will bid your cost out to those hosts. And trust me, you will find someone. As Airbnb people, we are always needing cleaners on backup in case one of them can't make it. You always need to have backup cleaners on hand, and it is scary not having that person that you trust. My cleaners charge me $100 per cleaning. So in 1 month, my cleaner made over $500 on me because she's gonna be coming 5 to 6 times to my property to clean. Can you imagine $600 extra in your pocket a month? Now, let's say you have 3 houses that you've acquired for cleaning. Let's say each of them had to come 5 times, and you charge $100 each time you had to go. $1,500 in 1 month, you guys. I would definitely be an Airbnb cleaner. Now, I know it's not for everybody. Maid work is looked down upon, but people who can use their hands to do things, whether it be fixing cars, fixing yards, or cleaning, you're gonna always need them. So those are 5 other ways to make money on the side and be able to scale all of those businesses that I told you about, be able to scale them up to even bigger and become full-time and have employees under you. I don't really suggest employees, I suggest contractors, because you don't have to do their taxes or anything. They have to do their own taxes. But I hope that this was interesting. I hope this was a light going off in your mind about what you could do. If it were me, the ones that I would do would be, I would do it all. Brush cleaner would be at the bottom because it's hot. And I'm not set up for the type of weather. But if I had to, I would. And I'd be happy to do it as well. So let me know down below, have you heard of any of these before? Do you know anybody who does this? And would you do it? Did I spark something in you? Let me know down below. Also put in some other ideas that people can do as side hustles in the comments. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.